Chainsawman episode 4. Before we get started, you know the drill by now. This is a recap. This is spoiler central. Okay? Just letting you know. Anyways, so it started off quiet. We got a little bit of a more introduction, a little bit more backstory for Power there. Next thing we know, we wake up. Power is holding Meowie, and it is the best thing ever. She's laying in all types of Batboy's guts. What does that mean? Denji has saved the day once again. And she basically asks him, why did you save him? He just looks at her and says, and that is where we start off. Immediately after that, as he's about to lose it, as she's like, okay, well, I guess, yeah, you did it. You get to cop. Didn't she loses an arm out of nowhere? Nowhere, just like, blah, right there. Like, just completely, just gone. A very unattractive devil. I mean, I know they're all like super just grotesque looking, but this one is just not my favorite. I was calling her the worm devil for a little bit, but apparently she's the leech devil. She's got a pseudo Karen type hair. Very uncomfortable, and let's just say udders in the front, and it makes for a very uncomfortable scene on my end. Great art. Character designs, fantastic. Digi goes to try to fight that thing, does not have enough blood for chainsaws to come out. Just like it's from like 6 to midnight, it is more of a 6 to like right around 9 o'clock. So it's halfway there, not even really. I would say 7. It's gonna be like a 7 or an 8 for me. That's where. Why am I comparing his chainsaw protrusion to boner references? What is wrong with me? You get the picture though, right? Yeah, you do. Okay, so he's having a hard time getting the chainsaw out. A little bit of performance problems there. But he gets the job done. For the most part, he's starting to fight. He goes on to this rant about how everybody's dreams are so big, so grand, so whatever. And he's like, why is my dream so small, so shallow, so meaningless to everyone? I'm going to show you that we're going to have a dream battle. It's time for a dream battle! And I am going to win. That means my dream to cop a feel is just as important as your dream of revenge, family, eating, whatever you want to call it. That is what I stand for. And I am not a fan of most shonen main characters. Denji is making his way up there, and it's just because of his lack of virtues. And does that make me a bad person by saying that?
Yes.
He's not so goody-goody, and I love it so much. I think that's what makes him good for me. I know a lot of people don't like him, and a lot of people are, this boy, a simp. I get it, but I think I think it's working right now for me. And plus, there's a lot of caring under there. It's at the surface, it's nothing but boobs and Copperfield. That's what we're learning about Denji here. Out of nowhere, Aki shows up after Denji's getting his ass kicked. His eyeball's a little popped out. It's very Glenn-esque from The Walking Dead. And Aki shows up with a, dog devil, fox devil, some type of devil that eats the leech devil just like that, flat. We get very, very small shots of the other side characters for the series. We didn't really get any mention of their names except for Himeno. I think that's the one with the patch there. So that's interesting. We're gonna see where that leads us. I'm sure we're gonna get introduced to this. This is only episode 4 of the series. I don't know how long this season is going. I'm gonna probably put my money on 12 episodes as like a short season. If we get 24, I'll be fine with it. I would love it so much, but I'm curious. If you know, let me know in the comments below. And then we cut to Denji laying in the hospital and Aki sitting right there with him. I'm gonna call him Hayakawa just because I think it sounds cooler than Aki. Aki's too easy. You gotta say Hayakawa to sound cool. Anyways, Denji is laying there in his bed. He gets his arm transplanted pretty easily. Hayakawa says, hey, how did this happen? It looks like Power lured you and tried to kill you.
Ooh, a piece of candy. 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 Ooh, a piece of candy.
We found a lot of blood in the scene of the Bat Boy's house. What's going on? And he's like, I don't know. He's covering up for Power because he knows the reasons that Power did that. Even though he says out loud that it was pretty shitty of her to do, he knows in his heart that he would have done the same thing for Pochita if he could do so. Anywho, Denji covers up for Power. Basically, Hayakawa was saying, why are you doing this? And he's like, don't worry about it, you know, blah, blah, blah. Hayakawa was like, okay, well, if you're going to keep doing this and living this lifestyle, I could expose you here, which would immediately get rid of Power and by association, get rid of you. Both of you would be gone with no questions asked whatsoever because Makima is very ruthless. Or you're going to have to listen to me and do what I want you to do. And Denji says, I'll think about it. Hayakawa keeps up his end of the deal, showing up at Makima's office, debriefing her and saying, hey, there were no casualties. Everything was fine. Don't you think we should let them off the hook? Makima somehow agrees and says, okay, if that's what you think. Cut to a nice opening scene to Hayakawa just having a nice little morning there. Denji waking up, just doing his normal things as he does. As we're about to get into what we're about to have for the food and stuff for the day, Power shows up out of nowhere. Says, I'm living here. Makima calls Hayakawa as this is happening and says, oh, hey, so I think it would be better if you had a leash on both of these and they're going to live with you. Sorry. I know it's going to suck, but thanks for your service. So now we have all three of these, the main characters of this series. As far as I know, the main characters of this series, Denji, Hayakawa, and Power, all living under the same roof, which is going to lead to some non-stop shenanigans. I can't wait. Or maybe it'll make things way worse. I'm probably going to make things way worse just because I'm kind of picking up on this story that things aren't going to be so easy as far as people living. I feel like people are going to be disposable at the very end after Denji has bitched about Power's problems as far as not flushing, as far as not taking a shower, as far as not eating vegetables. Power shows up and says, hey, you've earned yourself 3 of these, and closes the door. They have a conversation. She explains why there's 3 squeezes. He should be grateful, and the episode ends. No! Look, I'm not one to say, hey, I wanted to watch that, but I was curious if there was going to be a side turn for that. I really was. Hopefully we get some information, or if there was like a little comical thing that happened behind doors. Hopefully we get some information on episode 5. Like I said, guys, this is an episode recap, sharing my hype with you. God damn it, do I love this show. I don't know what it is. I think it's the art. I think it's the characters. I think they're all fleshed out really well and extremely mysterious so far. I know we're probably going to get information on it, but right now I am enjoying this. I say this every single week that I'm watching this. So if you enjoyed the episode, if you thought this was insane, if you thought the fights were cool, we did not get any CG. Probably because the chainsaws didn't come out. We got that nice little that mid erection for a chainsaw. Can I say that? Can I say mid erection on? It's talking about an anime, okay? We're safe, right? We're safe, guys. Let me know what you thought about this episode. I thought it was fantastic. I would love to hear your comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching this, and until next time. Compton out.